All right, today we get to talk about probably one of my favorite BTSs, and that is behind the scenes. If you're used to seeing me on stream, the last couple of Vedas might have seemed a little bit off. In fact, all of the Vedas probably have seemed a little off, and there's a very good reason for that. You know what? Instead of telling you, how about I just show you? It's all an illusion. As you can see, this is not my normal streaming space. This is my attic, but yeah, this is the behind the scenes. This is what I've been recording the Veda setup in, which is actually maybe slightly nicer than my. So I've been using this Zoom recorder. It has like these two tracks here. It has a stereo microphone here, and it has a lavalier mic, which is sitting on the floor down there. This is what I've been using to record. Then I got a ring light, and then these are just like newer lights. But let's actually go down into the belly of the beast. So I live in an old house. I live in a century home that was built in the 1920s. This is my streaming space, which you might have seen before on stream. It's not a very large space, and as you can see, there is not one door, but two doors, but three doors. And it's not physically very large. Every piece of furniture in this room has been selected so that it just fits into this space. So this couch is a futon for guests when they're staying here. Futons aren't great, but we can't fit a whole bed. This chair rolls out just far enough so that you can get out of the way, but also not feel crowded. This desk is from IKEA, and it's just big enough that it doesn't take up too much space, nor does it go too far in the one direction. All of the stuff had to be picked. And there's a window behind that curtain. You got all the cute plushies that show up on camera. We got Madeline and Badeline, and a new addition. We got Chicken. We got another new. One of these is going to be a prize for the race against time. But for now, it lives with the other ones. We got Sylveon. We got Wayne, the baby. We got Mr. Saturn, Uchi from Harvest Moon. We got the doctors from the To the Moon series. We got my N64, which I don't think has ever been used since high school. Got a couple cool little things. Got a dragon radar. Let's see if it... I think these are from Cute Monster Props. They make a lot of really cool like coins and whatnot. We got like a little Zelda shrine. This pot is 3D printed, but it's held together with magnets. You know, Ocarina of Time and the Ocarina of Time 3DS that I haven't used in forever. That's a Master Sword letter opener. Yeah, that shuts off automatically. We got my collection of pins, which is ever growing. Some more coins from Monster Props. Like a little Super Nintendo collection. Curb and Master Belch. And I need to put this back on its display over there. And the reflector that I got from my first MagFest. Or I think it was the second MagFest. And the NES Super Advantage. I've got this definitely overkill mixer because it typically only has one input, which is this microphone. We got my desk set up, I got the Stream Deck, the same camera that Dan has, on his recommendation actually, the Sony ZV-1. And as you can see, it is much smaller than big honkin' DSLR, and is also conveniently just fits in not a heck of a lot of space in my mess of wires back here. And then I have my little shrine. There's a panel I went to at YetiCon and was talking about interior design, and it talked about like, don't have all your stuff just curated. So this is a bad example, but a slightly better example. These are some manga that I've self-selected. We got my Chrono Trigger shrine, Gato, and a sealed chest, and the helmet that I made myself. More curated stuff, including these cool little things I made for a promo for the Race Against Time and the Race Against Time. These used to stand, but I have a hard time getting them to stand up. Luca / Momo, me / Robo, G / Chrono. Also these, some like not necessarily graphic novel, or not necessarily manga. We have graphic novels, we have Saga. I have a friend who's borrowing Paper Girls, which would go right there. And then I try to keep everything organized, which is, there's a lot of stuff. Lenses, which I have a problem. Wait, what is camera miscellaneous? Oh, I bought a lot of this stuff when we were doing more with the next cast, so like a whole bunch of like handheld microphones, and then specialized mic stuff, and then just like, yeah, just like a bunch of stuff, boatload of cables, and yeah, that's pretty much my space. There's one other thing I wanted to show off. So, since this is an old house, it definitely doesn't have these niceties, but we got these IKEA curtains. I put them on a track, which you're like, that doesn't seem that useful. But you can hide this doorway, and you can still hide this window, which is also bright. But also more commonly, just block out the background. So if I don't want to show my entire streaming space, I can do that. I don't know why you're having a hard time focusing, camera. But, you know, that's going to be it for today. And tomorrow we'll have a new video. So no, let's not do that. Nope. That's right, everybody. You never thought it would happen. But today, we're talking about BTS. It's too hard to explain. Let me sum up. No. This is not my beautiful house. This is my beautiful house.